Today we're going to be talking about the better self or future self strategy. The concept is simple. We're just going to be visualizing what we look like in 20 or 30 years. In other words, you've kicked the addiction, you're doing well in your career, you probably have a family. All the wants and concerns that are happening right now inside of your life seem to have slipped away because in this better or future self, you have no problems, right? So this concept is a cognitive strategy of just being able to visualize everything that has been perfected in your life. And in order to get there, you're going to have to go through some imagination in order to see yourself as being fully functional. What we're going to talk about is not only the strategy, which is currently used in addictive therapies right now. So the advantage of the strategy is that it's actively used for addicts all over the world inside of psychotherapy. So it's had a lot of mileage on it, and there's been a lot of research to back what it attempts to prove. We're going to read today from the American Addictive Centers, otherwise known as recovery.org, and we're going to read some information about visualization and how that can be applied as part of this tactic. Visualization. Picture your success. Visualization is a form of mental programming or mental rehearsal. In visualization, you use creative imagination to fully develop a mental picture of a desired outcome. Scientific evidence gained from brain mapping studies shows that mental rehearsal results in similar brain changes, that strengthening of the same neural pathways as does physical rehearsal of a skill. A famous sports experiment conducted by Australian psychologist Alan Richardson in the late 1980s showed that basketball players who merely imagined hitting free throws improved their performance at nearly the same rate as those who spent 20 minutes per day for 20 days actually practicing the skill. But visualization can be used for more than improving sports performance. It can be both a powerful tool to add to your recovery toolbox. As a component of hypnosis, visualization has been shown to increase the success of stop smoking attempts on average above 25% over 2 years. Visualization can aid in recovery by aiding in relaxation and stress reduction, boosting confidence and motivation, increasing problem-solving capabilities, mental rehearsal of a desired behavior, and programming a desired outcome into your brain circuitry. So, taking the time to actually do this visualization is the first half of this tactic. So, building up that visualization of who you're going to be is going to help you establish not only what your mental future self is going to look like, but also help you think about what the gaps are that you have to overcome. And as a natural result of that, you're going to have goal setting in mind because now you know what you need to work on. So let me tell you about the second half of the strategy. The second half of the strategy is where your future self becomes your coach. So once you've imagined what this person is and how they're going to be in the future, you want to bring that person back into your present self. That present self, the person you are right now, is in constant need of guidance. And we're always hitting like triggering events or struggles in our current life where we could use the conversation with somebody. Why not invite that future self, the person who is the better version of you, to come in and have a conversation? Hey, future self would like to have a word. And then when that person's coming in, they're going to coach you. So now you're using your imagination to kind of imagine what your future self might say to you when you're either dealing with a problem or you're struggling and you just need some encouragement. That future self is probably going to be a kind person because they understand exactly what you're going through. And so the other half of this tactic is that when you're feeling that need to try to close your eyes and imagine what future self would say to help coach and better help you. So at the core of this strategy, it's cognitive. We are using a CBT tactic to try to imagine what our future self is going to do in terms of guiding and aiding in the success of our present selves. And in that way, it's a twofold tactic. One, you're doing the visualization, trying to imagine what that future self is going to be like. And number two is you're actually bringing that future self in whenever you need the guidance or the coaching. I hope you found this strategy useful. Again, it's not the only strategy that's out there. Use some of the other tactics I've created in my tactics list. Mix, match, use them to your advantage. Use it as a tool chest to help guide you and help get you to a better recovery space. My name is Road to Recovery. Like, share, and subscribe this video if you found it helpful. Again, I make no money from any of the content I produce here. This is me exercising my 12th step in giving back. Please stay safe and stay on that road to recovery. Thank you.